Demidov, Schaefer, and Seneca.
Yeah. Feel like I'm slipping, I'm falling like DMX. Try not to fall off the BMX. Smoking for all this unneeded stress. Family problems and baby mama tripping, stressing all about the PMS. Side thing, tracking GPS. I know family always need a nigga, so I'm always open like the CVS. Turned on the TV today and see niggas putting me on CBS. All throughout this whole situation, I've been King Kong and dog beating chest. And I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The irony of trying to live it up when all your niggas die when the trigger's fired. Know each other, love each other, still you going different ways like some distant wives. Shit is happening, overlapping in, influence capping in, niggas calling in, ceiling falling in. Now you're ducking different type of bitches into situations that you didn't fall up in. Tripping, fall again, trying to get it right. I ain't living right. 4, 5, 6 on a triple dice. Grandma losing her vision and she got dementia, it's going crazy. Wish I would've worked harder or something to get her from sitting lazy. All of my cousins are way too selfish to figure how to get up, get some paper. Way too comfortable sitting there stagnant, not worried about what's implemented later. Luckily, my nieces, nephews, I know I done did them favors. On top of the fact that I'm dropping this money, they look at me, know that I did it major. They can go to school, tell all their friends, they students and neighbors, and look up about it the screen. And
we are back,
inspiration,
guys.
Me, I'm slipping, I'm falling like DMX. Try not to fall off the BMX. Smoking for all this unneeded stress. Family problems and baby mama tripping, stressing all about the PMS. Side thing, tracking GPS. I know family always need a nigga, so I'm always open like the CVS. I'm slipping, I'm falling like DMX. Try not to fall off the BMX. Smoking for all this unneeded stress. Family problems and baby mama tripping, stressing all about the PMS. Side thing, tracking GPS. I know family always need a nigga, so I'm always open like the CVS.
What is up, guys? Thank you guys for joining, man.
Stress I need to alleviate. Plans that I never deviate. Niggas shot and kill my cousin right in front of grandmother's, hope we see the gate. Family functions, barbecues, I ain't never there, you gotta leave a plate. Microwave and overheat the plate, I'm working 3 to 8 for all my brothers, sisters, and my nephews and my nieces.
Everybody say what up to Ben in the chat.
He's here, he's here. He's gonna join. He's gonna join partially the way through. But I always see the trouble reaping.
Yes, it is Toronto. First pick, huh? That could have been us. That could have been us.
I always had some other plans, do
That could
another
have been
dance
us,
in the
but,
ring,
you know,
fighting for my life.
we don't like to lose where we're from.
After winning, see some other hands coming at me, hoping
We don't
God
like
give
to
a nigga
lose
just
where
another
we're
chance,
from,
just
okay?
another dance, 'cause I'm slipping, I'm falling like DMX.
I don't know how used to it they are in Canada.
Smoking for all this unneeded stress. Family problems and baby mama tripping, stressing all about
You
the
know,
PMS. Side thing,
Canadians
checking
are still
GPS.
here, aren't they?
Family always need a nigga, so I'm always open like
Canadians are
CVS.
still here.
Slipping, I'm falling like DMX.
They're still in the playoffs.
DMX.
Oddly enough,
For all this unneeded stress. Family problems and baby mama tripping,
I will be getting to the Canadians later. I gotta start an episode for you guys. RJ, we're gonna get there. Yes, they do. There is something that could be against us. This could be a thing, and I don't know whether or not that is going to be the case. Give me 1 second, guys. My Instagram stream is tripping out. But anyways, talk to me, guys. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing, man? Talk to me in the comments. I love you guys. Thank you guys for always tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys really do a lot for me. I hope you guys know that. You guys do a lot for Basement Media and do a lot for me. So thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Little Tory Lanez to get this whole started. This is a beautiful song. For those that don't know, this is off Tory Lanez album that he dropped before his most recent album. Still fire. Listening to a lot of it, been tuned into a lot of it. But hey, we are here. We're in the building. We're in the building. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. And you're right. We are going to go to hell right now. This is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to hell. And it's sad that we have to do as such. But Boston Celtics, man. What can I fucking say? What can I fucking say? What can I say? I know what to say. I'm sure you guys do too. I'm sure you guys understand what's going on. I'm sure you guys get the full picture. Lost in Game 7 to the Philadelphia 76ers. And it sucks. It sucks.
Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
I don't
Fight back. Fight back.
want to sit here and I don't want to continue the type of talk that's been going on. And I get Joe Mazzulla might be up for Coach of the Year. But I will tell you one thing right now, and I will make this very, very abundantly clear. And so clear, you're going to get it with a crystal clear picture. 4K. I'm going to get caught in 4K. Do not be shocked. And do not be shocked in any shape or form. And I'm not saying I agree with it whatsoever. Do not be shocked in any shape or form if one of Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown is out the door. I don't agree with it. I don't think we should split them up. I don't think that this should be a thing. But because of a first-round exit to a team that we were up 3-1 on, I'm not so necessarily sure. And shout out Raphael, a home run, by the way. Because he's sucked lately. Holy fucking shit. Finally, he got his bat working. But I will tell you one thing. Mazzulla doesn't deserve to be on his way out the door. This is just ridiculous. I don't know why you guys go to this extreme. Why does the city of Boston, why do you guys decide to go to this extreme? Every time we don't win a championship, this is what you guys do. And I don't think it's this fucking serious, bro. I don't. What I'm more preparing myself for is pieces to shift. Don't be shocked if Derek White is on his way out the door. Don't be surprised. This is arguably one of the worst shooting seasons of Derek White's career. Even though the Celtics, in the playoffs, I should be very specific about that, in the playoffs. Otherwise, this season, the Celtics, the most efficient offense in NBA history. One of the best defenses in all of the NBA. We were supposed to be a lottery team.
What?
Yep. We're supposed to be a lottery team.
You what?
And the biggest thing about that is the fact that we're a lottery team, or we were supposed to be a lottery team, made it the second seed, which nobody thought that this was coming. And you're right. The summer is bad as shit, action. Shout out to Nara. What the hell is happening? Sports in the building. Yep. We got an AFC West off-season grade episode coming out for you guys later tonight. We got that coming for you guys in a little bit after I get through this live within the next 15 minutes. I wanted to give something to y'all because I know we've been doing some great stuff here at the Bay State Media. I got a big feature with a nice up-and-coming artist along the way. I'm about to perform in Atlanta in June. So there's a lot of exciting things coming up. And unfortunately, we have to get this out of the way because, like Mr. What the Hell is Happening in Sports said, summer's bad as shit, cockshine. It's about to be horrible. It's about to be terrible, man. But, you know, I already did. I don't know. I already showed most of them. But your problem is, RJ, your problem is, brother, is that it's not a Mazzulla thing. Okay? I think that even if we made the playoffs, now let's say hypothetically, Jason Tatum was going to be out for this playoff series. Now, would you guys be so upset if we were up 3-1 without Jason Tatum even playing whatsoever all year at all? Would you even be really this upset that we lost to the 76ers, a team that fully healthy? We don't got nobody that can fuck with Embiid. That was clearly shown. When I saw that notification on my phone from ESPN, Embiid is returning, my heart sank. My heart sank. I knew in the back of my mind, bro, you guys know that song, in the back of my mind, I felt like it was over. I really did. My heart sank to my knees, dog. Like, I knew we weren't going to have anybody to fuck with Joel Embiid. And you can say yes all you want. You can. But you know for a fact, if Philadelphia was fully healthy, their record would look a lot better than what it did. We know if the Celtics were fully healthy, we might have been the best team in the East. But I think that Philadelphia, and this is where you're a nut. You're a nut. You're a nutty ass nigga, bro. No way I would rather take a sweep. I'm sorry. I'm okay with this. You can't beat the same team forever. Joel Embiid is arguably the most talented center we've ever seen play the game of basketball. Most talented. Arguably. I have to give him his flowers. He was unfuckwittable. And Keita got to add about 5 pounds to his frame. That's for sure. He does. Because as much as I love Keita, and as much as I'm a big fan of Keita, and you guys know, when you guys watched this summer, when I was watching the Euro Cup League for Euro basketball, Keita was playing excellently well for Portugal, spreading the floor, shooting fadeaway jumpers, putting the ball on the floor, getting in the post, the mid post. He was doing all these amazing things that didn't translate. And you can say whatever you want. Cool. Say he's a flopper. But what you can't deny is the fact that Embiid, when he's most healthy and is 100% healthy, Embiid is arguably the best basketball player in the NBA. You can't argue that. It is very, very true. When he's at his best, he is arguably the best player in the NBA. And yeah, I know everyone's going to sit here and say, well, he's not healthy. He hasn't won anything. Think about it from a basketball standpoint. Just talking about basketball skill. We have not seen a lot of people like Joel Embiid. Has he crossed over to jumpers, mid-post fadeaways, posting up in the mid-post, posting up on the low block, blocking shots, a great defensive player. He's a better defender than Jokic. Even though Jokic is a far better offensive player, Joel Embiid is a far better defensive player. And now, I know, I get it. You're going to sit here and come up with these mini things like that don't have anything to do with the conversation. I get it. But from a basketball standpoint, I would love to have Joel Embiid on my team. You know, even though we hate Philly over here in Boston, it is what it is. This is a guy who is an undeniable talent, an undeniable great player in this league, an undeniable MVP. And he came here and he showed when he showed up that he was able to give the 76ers a chance. And that's what he did. He gave the 76ers a chance throughout this whole series since he showed up. And you have to give it up also to Paul George. I hate to say this too, but Paul George somehow woke up. Against us, I don't know. Somehow he just woke up. I don't know how. I don't know why, but it happened. It happened. And I think the biggest thing that people have to take away from this too is the fact that Paul George is also a bona fide MVP. Joel Embiid is an MVP caliber type of player, arguably one of the best players or can be the best player in the NBA. And then you look at it from this situation and you see why they beat us. Our bench was very different from last year. Our role player depth is very different from last year. There's not much I can say and go through the situation to sit here and say, well, we should have won. Yeah, we should have won because we were up 3-1. But if you look at it in the grand scheme of it, the 76ers were just hungrier. But Joe Mazzulla, my good man, it is time we have this conversation. And I think we should have this conversation because you irk me, my brother. You piss me the fuck off. And I know you're a cool guy and everything's cool and you know, you got all these funny fucking jokes and the sarcastic ass shit in these fucking press conferences. I don't give a fuck.
You what?
I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Get out!
I don't. I don't care. It's now at the point where, as a basketball savant and an analyst, you are pissing me off to a whole other extent when I look at these statistics. And these are the last 80 seasons for the Celtics. Obviously, as you can see right now, what you're being displayed is the last 19 seasons from the NBA for the Boston Celtics. Okay? Go to stats here, and I'll hover over it above just to show you guys and make a point. We'll go left to right. Third worst field goal percentage in the last 4 seasons. Third worst field goal percentage in the last 4 seasons. The worst three-point percentage in the last 4 seasons. The worst two-point percentage the last 4 seasons. The third worst free throw percentage of the last 4 seasons. The third worst total rebounds per game in the last 4 seasons. The fourth worst, the last worst assist per game percentage in the last 4 seasons. The worst blocks per game percentage in the last. Do you guys see this number? The last 9 seasons, the worst blocks per game. The third worst turnover margin in the last 9 seasons. Arguably the worst in the last 4 seasons. Actually, not even arguably. The worst points per game in the last 4 seasons. How much more are you going to keep allowing this team to regress?
Get him up. Let him get up. Let him get up. Let him get up.
Because at this point, you're the problem. You're the issue. You have become the problem. This is a coaching problem. I don't know how many times we have to sit through and watch this. And for those of you that might be just tuning in, I just read you 7 to 8 different categories where we have had the worst season. The worst season. Statistically, arguably, and all that, the most efficient basketball team in regular season history. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Because when it mattered the most, you niggas got smoked out. When it mattered the most, you let Tyrese, I don't play defense, Maxey, fucking beat us. At some point, you have to take the blame. And the only reason why I give Joe Mazzulla one more season to figure it the fuck out is because you got handed the keys to a perfect ship. And God forbid, if Ime Udoka doesn't cheat on his wife, you don't have a job. You don't. You don't have a job. If Ime Udoka doesn't cheat on Nia Long, you arguably might not even have a job as a head coach in the NBA. You might not. And at that point in time, Charles Lee might not be the head coach in the Hornets. Domino effect. Domino effect. And I be trying to tell y'all this every day when I'm on here. There's more to basketball than just watching who's out there on the court. This is a clear coaching problem, considering this year was a season of no expectations, which is fine. We came in here and we said that. I get it. But everyone was calling us a lottery team, and you ended up the 2nd seed. You can't choke to a team like Philadelphia. And arguably, I get it. On First Take this morning, there was a conversation, right? There was a conversation this morning that arguably Philadelphia could have been the best team in the East, which is true. It's true. If Philadelphia was fully healthy, let's say Embiid played a full season and Maxey and George played a full season with their full bench and Oubre wasn't hurt, this 76ers team could have very well been arguably the best team in the Eastern Conference. They could have been. Injuries, though. And Maxey did his job carrying them. Honestly, when we were doing Most Improved Player of the Year for the podcast, honestly, Tyrese Maxey should be up there, 1,000%. The leap Tyrese Maxey took this upcoming season and the leap that he took is a leap that not a lot of players take coming off the season he just had last year. And Tyrese Maxey, in my opinion, is a top 5 point guard in the NBA. I don't think that that's a debate. I think that Tyrese Maxey deserves a lot more credit. And because Philadelphia is not like a team that plays on national TV a lot of people don't look at them. But let's be real. When you look at that roster, look what they just did to the Celtics. If they were fully healthy, I'm just being honest with you. This is a team that definitely 1,000% we would have looked at the beginning of the season fully healthy, or that we kind of already looked at fully healthy. And we said that this team could go all the way. It's true. It is. And the good thing is, the good thing about this whole thing is that at least with Joe Mazzulla, you're not on the hot seat. So at least you don't have to worry about being on the hot seat. What you do have to fucking worry about, though, is the fact that I just read 7 to 8 different categories that just got significantly worse in the past 4 seasons. Arguably the 3rd and 4th most worst categories for some of these: free throw percentage, free throws attempted, 3-point percentage, points per game, turnovers per game, steals and blocks per game, all down from the last 4 fucking seasons. And people are going to sit here and make it, oh, well, we ran into this team, we ran into, guess what? This is the fucking reason that we lost to Steph Curry. One man, we lost to one man. We would have 2 rings right now. Tatum and Brown should have 2 rings, but we lost to one man because they couldn't figure out who wants to be who. And at this fucking point, when you watch this year, you don't know whose team it is. You don't know whose team it is. And this is a predicament. And Brown and Tatum are going to have to figure it the fuck out. Whose team is this? I need to know. Stop holding each other's hands. Stop twiddling each other's thumbs. Stop touching tips and having sword fights with each other in the locker room. Figure out who the man is. Someone has to figure out who the man is at this point. Because everyone can sit here and say, oh, Jason Tatum is the man because he was the ringleader for however many seasons and we drafted him to be the face, right? Arguably at this fucking point, we don't even know. And there's no clear-cut fucking case for who's supposed to be the face of this team. We'd have no fucking idea. And at this point, we don't even know if Derek White's going to be a part of the future. We don't. Derek White is ultimately the fucking reason we lost this goddamn series. Genuinely. We can place some blame on Mazzulla, but if I'm going to place the blame ultimately in somebody else's hands, it's going to be Derek White. And there's nothing anyone can do to change my mind because we can go look at the stats. We can. We could go drum it up right now. Let's look. We can look at his game log. It'll show you right here on ESPN. So for those of you that don't look at this series. 10 points, 8 points, 11 points, 6 points, 6 points, 11 points. Get the fuck out. Go. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it. Go. Go. You're an embarrassment. You're a joke. Go. Go. You're done. I'm done. Derek White, done. You've played like absolute fucking hot dog Fenway Park wiener dog water. You smell like me after the gym for 3 hours. And look at your game log from this whole month. You didn't even put up more than 17 points the whole month. It gets to a point there can't be an excuse. It just gets to a point. And I love Derek White. He's the bald fucking all these commercials. I don't care. I stopped. Does it look like I ever gave a fuck about the commercials? Does it look like I ever give a fuck how many times this nigga shaves his head? Do I care how many times Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum get cornrows and cut off their hair? No. This is embarrassing. This is blasphemous. This is disgusting. I'm ashamed right now. I'm ashamed to have to read this. I'm ashamed to know I came on here and was confident in a sweep. I'm ashamed to know I came out here and I had faith in this team that overachieved all season for Jaylen Brown to also shit the fucking bed. I don't care whether you scored 33 points. You missed a gimme to tie the game late in the game in game 7. You missed who knows how many shots. Chucking up step back threes. You're not Steph Curry, bro. Put the ball down. You're done. We need to go back to we need to find an identity. We need to find an identity. This team needs to go back to finding an identity, because what I couldn't tell against this series against the 76ers was whether or not this Celtics team had some sort of identity. If we can't sit here and we can objectively say the Celtics should have won this series because of X, Y, and Z, it's not like anyone was hurt. At least to start it, all you had to do was win one more game.
You what?
You had to win one more game. And this is an embarrassing showing at home. After I went on here and I said, there's no way the 76ers beat us at home. Guess what? This is embarrassing, to the point where we are going to have some very, very uncomfortable conversations this offseason about the Boston Celtics. Very uncomfortable conversations. And I mean, like, is Giannis going to end up here? We're going to have some extremely uncomfortable conversations. And I know my dad's in the chat. He's telling me I'm not a Celtics fan. Just like the Golden State Finals. This is the truth. I have to be honest with you, because Celtics fans are out here and blaming it on Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Dad. I'm just being honest with you. This is the reality, unfortunately, this offseason. We are unfortunately going to have to go through these uncomfortable conversations with Stephen A. I'm not even ready for that. I'm not even ready for Stephen A. to talk a bunch of shit on ESPN. I'm not even ready for people to tear us down. Because when Tatum comes back and has a full season under his belt, I'm sure that this roster will look a lot different. I know that Walsh and a couple other guys are definitely going to be out the door. But this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We hold this team to such a high standard. I just don't understand why we're just allowed to let the whole thing slip, because it's a year with no expectations. We overachieve for these expectations. And there is nothing you can sit here and tell me to make me think otherwise, that we should have lost this series, because there's no way we should have lost. Even if Jaylen Brown shot 20%, we trusted this team enough, and we saw this year they picked up the slack. We put belt to behind on OKC. The last game we played them, we were the only saving grace other than New York, which I hate to admit. But New York is probably going to make it out the East, to be quite honest with you. I think New York makes it out. I don't think the 76ers have enough defensively to deal with New York's physicality. I don't think also that they have an answer for Karl Anthony Towns. I think Karl Anthony Towns arguably is the worst matchup in the NBA besides Nikola Jokic for Joel Embiid. Karl Anthony Towns can stretch the floor, put the ball on the floor. He can post up in the mid post. He can post up on the low block. He's not afraid to fade away. He got a hook shot. When Karl Anthony Towns is at his best, it's when he attacks the basket. And I've always been a huge believer in Karl Anthony Towns. But the Celtics, we need a guy like that next year. Kata, expand your game. Please, for the love of God. Kata, expand your game. And Vucevic didn't play because, like you said, Dad, they switched up the game plan once Tatum returned. And that messed everything up. And I couldn't have said it better myself into the next point. And Vucevic didn't play in game 7 because they felt like he was going to get bullied. And this is why I told y'all, Vucevic is soft as hell. They put him on the bench in a game 7 because he couldn't fuck with Embiid. That's the reason why they put. And if you traded for a guy to sit him in a game 7 to get to the next round against a team you shouldn't have lost to, Vucevic, I think, was a rental. If I'm not mistaken, I just need to double check here. Let's see. Vucevic contract. Now, his contract, okay, he's finishing. Oh, this was the end of it. This is the end of it. So this is good. We do not have to be stuck with him next year. That's the good thing. He was a rental. And obviously, for a team that overachieved this year, Vucevic was a rental. Bench is clear to the Red Sox game. Yes, sir. Yes. Shout out, Daryl, for the update. Yes, we might have to flip to that. Ben, if you can find that on Twitter for us, please do if you can. Shout out to Ben, by the way, for those of you guys that didn't hear, even though I shouted him out at the beginning, Ben. Mr. Show Producer, Mr. Analyst himself. We'll get to the bench is clearing brawl in a second, but I think the biggest thing is that this is at least this was a rental situation. It's okay. It didn't work out. I think you re-sign him, but I think you get rid of Luka Garza, though. I don't know how much Luka Garza is going to work out. Defensively, he can't shuffle his feet. Defensively, he's an issue. He's a switch nightmare. I hate watching him get abused in a pick and roll, which is exactly what happened this whole entire series. They just abused Garza and Vucevic in the pick and roll because they're just not quick enough or athletic enough to guard some of these guys, and definitely not skilled enough to guard a guy like Embiid. Definitely don't have the foot speed to guard Tyrese Maxey or Paul George out in the wing. And even Kelly Oubre, who is an undersized 4, but he plays like a 4, and he has the skill set of a 2 and a 3. So it was a tough situation for Vucevic coming into the series and Luka Garza where they got exposed. And Keita is a very big driving force of our defense and what we do offensively, even when on pick and rolls. He's able to roll to the basket. And I found that he was actually putting the ball on the floor a little bit in this series. But overall, man, it's just sad to see this situation unfold. It's sad to sit here and we have to look at how this ended and how this happened. And these are the things we're looking towards this offseason. And it's very uncomfortable conversations. And I don't think we should split up Brown and Tatum. I don't. But you can't be shocked that if this is a thing that they might decide might happen, because the Celtics are a very brash organization. Maybe not as brash as the Red Sox. Maybe not as brash as the Red Sox. I was reading inside out a little bit. Sorry. Maybe not as brash as the Red Sox. But this is a possibility they might explore. And this is a very, very real possibility. And I don't think that it should happen. I'm very scared, actually, right now. I'm very scared that one of them is going to be, unfortunately, out the door. I'm nervous. And just, speaking of nervous, I know that the Eastern Conference and everything else as far as the Eastern Conference was probably not what everybody expected, right? No one expected the Celtics to be out this early. No one expected the 76ers to beat us. No one expected at least the Hawks to give New York a run for their money. No one expected, honestly, I don't think anyone expected the Nuggets to lose, because I had the Nuggets in 7. Only because I felt like they'd get over that hump of the kryptonite, and they didn't get over the hump of the kryptonite. But if you just look at the NBA bracket, so far right now, the Pistons are up on the Cavaliers 44-33 at it's the second quarter. It's the first half. And as you look at the bracket right now, for those that obviously have not maybe been tuned into the NBA, the Thunder and the Suns, I mean, really self-explanatory. There's not much coverage about that. Everyone had the Thunder sweeping. I had the Thunder in a sweep, so I was 1 for 1. I'll be honest with you. I did not have the LA Lakers winning this series. I had the Rockets winning in 5 games, so I'm 1 for 1. Now, I had, obviously, like I said, the Nuggets winning this series in 7, 1 for 2. And obviously, I had the Spurs. I had the Spurs winning in 5 because I felt like the Trailblazers were going to get 1 game. So 2 for 2 at least on the East on the Western Conference side. On the Eastern Conference side, I had the Pistons in the beginning. I had the Pistons in 5. I thought the Magic could have stole one, but it's very clear they did more than steal one. I had Cleveland in 4. At least Cleveland still won. So 4 for 2. I had New York. I had New York in 5. The Hawks ended up making it 2 games. 5 for 2. And obviously I had the Celtics beating the 76ers. No one saw that one coming. So I'll give myself at least the 5 for 3. I'll go for the 5 for 3, which is completely fine. You know, and Ben, he has his predictions. Ben, if you want to come up here and explain what your record is throughout, you can obviously, but to obviously touch base on that.
Actually, don't remember those.
Okay, all right.
Actually, don't remember our predictions at all.
Okay, fair. As you guys, for those of you that don't know, Ben is a Raptors fan. So
I have the benches clearing clip. So
okay, if you would like to show us the bench is clear. We're gonna deviate for a hot second, for about like 30 seconds probably. The Red Sox are playing against the Detroit Tigers on the road right now in Detroit, Michigan, and the bench is cleared. And you know, in baseball, this is what I love about baseball too, because I just got back into baseball the last 2 seasons. For those that don't know, I wasn't really like an avid baseball watcher, but now I've gotten back into it. Baseball is so back. For those of you that don't watch baseball and you like old school shit, baseball is so back. It's so back. But Ben,
the clip is a minute long.
Okay, that's fine. They're good. You know, we've played longer clips on here. You know.
Yeah, I know.
But for those of you guys watching, can you guys let us know? Talk to me real quick. How do you guys feel about your baseball team? I've been watching baseball all season so far. How do you guys, if anything, actually, how do you feel about any of your teams that either might be in the playoffs, the NBA or the NHL, or so far mid-season for the MLB? Now, here's the bench clearing brawl.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, he hit Trevor's Story. You know, Valdez has a history of doing these types of things. Oh. That looked like it was on purpose. Oh. Did someone swing? Come on. Someone had to have swung here.
No, I don't think so.
Trevor Story needs Boston.
Hey!
I didn't know he had LeBron's hairline. Shit. You might look like Derek White soon, brother. That's no good. That is no good. Oh my dad said, what about Orlando? Orlando, honestly, is a team that I was actually very shocked. I was very shocked about that. Oh, man. I thought the bench is clear. I thought the bench is clear. That's crazy. All right. Never mind. Well,
and he got ejected.
Oh, Valdez or Story?
Valdez.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, I mean, Orlando, I think this is a team that woke up too late. It would have made more sense for Orlando to wake up and play that caliber of play. Most likely, probably, I think the best situation for them is they can't, honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but they gave up a lot for Desmond Bane. They got to trade to try and get some of that back. For what they gave up, Desmond Bane, I don't know if that's going to be enough for the Magic to get over the hump. Although he was clutch and great in somewhat of this playoff series, I actually just am not sure about how I feel about the Magic going forward in their future, because I don't know if Banchero is going to want to stay. We did an episode very recently, a couple weeks ago, and we explained how I think Paolo Banchero just needs a change of scenery, and we all kind of agreed on that on the panel when we talked about it a couple weeks ago. He just looks disengaged. He disengages himself out of a lot of these games. It looks like a lot of the times he just doesn't want to be there. On the bench, interacting with his teammates, his body language on the floor, some of the shots he takes. These are very, very like little nuanced things that people don't pick up on. But if you played organized sports in your life at any capacity, at any level, you you understand how these things can be a real thing.
The funny thing is, we called him out, and the next game he has like a great game. Like
An amazing series. We called him out, and all of a sudden, he just woke up. And that's what I love to see from Paulo Banchero, though. This is a guy that carried this team to the playoffs before already with a worse roster. He's already carried them in a playoff series and put up in won games in the playoffs, putting up 40 balls and putting up 30 balls and triple doubles and double doubles. He's a great player. I think that he just needs a change of scenery, and Orlando might not be the right place. I think he was just drafted there because Orlando was in a rock and a hard place. But I think that if Banchero wants to win, he might have to get out of Orlando. It's a tough situation for him, but what they gave up for Desmond Bane, they gave up their whole entire future for a guy who was a third option scorer. Who was a third option player on a playoff team. If you don't remember, Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Morant had a very good season as a 1-2 punch. And if we remember Desmond Bane, he was the third guy. He was basically in no man's land. And the worst part about the Magic is that they have all the talent. They got Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, all of this lottery talent. And Jamal Mosley was let go. For those that don't know, he was actually let go today by the Orlando Magic. And I mean, everyone saw that coming. This was a Magic team that everybody had as a top 4 seed, arguably sometimes. And some of the mocks that I saw, or even us, we had the Magic pretty decently high. As a collective here of the Bay State Media Collective. For those of you guys that don't know, if you go follow on the social media at the bottom below, at the Bay State Media, at Amari Scott, at BDODXY, at J.Denaro. What the hell's happening in sports? Risto Terzak, Spokes Center, Prospect Scouting Reports by Coastal Baseball Podcast, and Baseball Prospect Reports. Please, if you haven't, follow. We take care of any and everything. But back to the topic at hand here. I think it's an interesting situation with the Magic, and I think that it could be a very interesting situation for them to do that. I don't know how much they're going to do that, but just to go back to the bracket here for the NBA playoffs, I mean, you just hope, or actually, we're not even going to go back to the bracket because we already just went through that.
Yeah.
We're going to go right now. We're going to go to the Celtics multi-year table before we move on to the NHL round 1 recap here. And the Celtics right now, for those of you that don't know about cap tables or cap space, you can go make mock trades on Spotrac. Shout out to Spotrac. You can look at who's an unrestricted free agent, who's a restricted free agent, the percentage of the contract that cuts into the payroll, club option, player option, percentage of league cap, non-guaranteed money. So for those of you that want to learn about how this stuff works, please watch this show. We are going to be on the 30 Beyond show, and any show, honestly, that you guys watch for us. We like to break this stuff down for you guys, give you guys the cap table to understand how money works and how trades work, instead of it just being player value based on skill. So, as you guys can see right now, the Celtics aren't in too much of a bind. But as far as when 2028 comes, going into the 2028-2029 season, there's going to be some guys to restructure. Now, if you look at this championship window, right now, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, if I'm not mistaken, Jason Tatum is 27 or 26. If I'm not mistaken, Jaylen Brown is 28 or 29. So by the time this season happens, both will be in their 30s, early 30s, and both will be most likely renegotiating a new contract. Now, if they win another championship, I'm sure they're going to want to restructure for the rest of their lives here. Now, the window is the next 2 seasons, next year and the year after. But more so next year is the window. Now, this is where I think the biggest splash is going to be made and why we freed up money. Now, if you guys don't remember, this past offseason, we got rid of Porzingis, Holiday, Horford to free up cap space to get under the second apron. For those of you that don't understand how the apron works, there is a percentage of league cap that you can have in a first apron and a second apron. Now, the Celtics are $21 million in the first and $34 in the second, which means next year we do have a total of, at least at this point, for apron space, it's $55 million, closer to 56. Now, with the actual cap space allocated for this current season upcoming, we are $62 million behind the grain. Now, for those of you that don't understand, Bill Chisholm got an $1 billion loan to complete the sale for the Celtics. So this is affordable. Even though we are $62 million, obviously with the cap, we are paying 3 guys over $30 million a year, which 2 of them are making over $55 million a year, your 2 best players. Then your 3rd best player is making 30 mil. Sounds about right, correct? So you look at that number and you look at these. The apron space is what's going to allow us for this season to be able to get to that specific threshold where we can pay a guy or pay a couple guys we want to go push for a championship. And the 2026-2027 tax base. For those of you that don't understand how the tax base works, this is basically the taxes and the percentage of the tax that goes into the contracts and the total apron and cap space. So that 13 mil of tax space can go into different types of salaries, and that money can be allocated to pay taxes off for certain salaries that they want to choose to pay. So in my personal opinion, I think that this is the best situation actually for the Celtics to overachieve this year, because now you're a 2nd seed that lost to the 76ers without your best player playing the last game. Now this is a situation where you go out there and yeah, you could probably free up some space in general or a couple, and you don't really need to do so. But obviously, as you can see, Vucevic isn't here because his contract is taking up what's taking up those numbers that you guys are looking at here, the cap space, the apron space. Once Vucevic is out the door, that and this updates when the offseason goes, it's over with and done with. That'll add to at least the flexibility we have because we won't probably re-sign him. And if we do, we are probably going to sign him for less than what he's actually worth. Now, with that being said, for those of you guys that understood the money, thank you for those of you guys that don't get that or didn't get that, that's how the money works. Now, thank you for bearing with me. Look at the next thing I'm about to show you guys, right, is who is available. Okay, now, obviously a team need for the Celtics is if they're going to get rid of Derek White, they're going to have to replace him with somebody at least of his caliber. And if you look in free agency, I'm just going to show you guys who's here at the guard position as far as UFA. CJ McCollum's too old. He doesn't fit the mold. Anthony Simons. Now, I know we traded him away, but there is no reason why we can't sign him for a new contract. He was signed to $25 million a year in Portland. That's why he's bounced around the league a little bit ever since he's been out of Portland. He came to us. Then now he's on Chicago because just his price tag might be a little bit too high for what he probably could have produced. Now, honestly, if I'm going to be real with you, I actually fucking wish we kept him. We needed a spark plug scorer off the bench. I actually really wish we kept Anthony Simons. And I love Anthony Simons. For those of you that obviously are tuning in for the first time, for those of you that obviously do already know, the Portland Trailblazers are my 2nd team. I love the Portland Trailblazers. I actually wouldn't mind renting Norman Powell for a year. I think Norman Powell fits exactly what we do perfectly. I think he can replace Derek White. And I think that he's more of a consistent 3-point shooter. And I think that he's a guy around the same age. Derek White, I think, is like pushing 30, at least at this point, if I'm not mistaken. And I wouldn't mind Kobe White, although he's probably going to get re-signed. But if you were to give up Derek White, those are 2 guys that are going to be the first 2 guys off the board. Luke Kennard is almost 30. He's going to be 30 years old. That's also another guy I wouldn't mind who's also overachieving. His price tag might be heftier than $11 million a year. But the good thing is he has non-bird rights. So for those of you that don't understand what bird rights are, okay? Bird rights allow NBA. Yes. So bird rights allow NBA teams to exceed the salary cap to re-sign their own free agents. Okay. So he has a non-bird. That's a good thing. For those, again, the bird rights allow NBA teams to exceed the salary cap to re-sign their own free agents. You can re-sign who you want. That's fine. But thankfully for Luke Kennard, he has non-bird rights. For those that don't understand what non-bird rights are, it allows teams to re-sign their own free agents who have been with the team for less than 2 years or up to 120% of their previous salary or 120% of the league minimum, whichever is greater. This exception helps teams retain players without using cap space, which normally apply to veterans on short-term contracts, which is technically Luke Kennard's situation, 1-year deals, or players acquired during the season, which is obviously Luke Kennard. So I think his contract is going to be negotiated differently. That's a guy I wouldn't mind. I know Tim Hardaway Jr. is a little bit old, but if you're going to rent him for a year, they're coming off a first-round exit. He's only $3 million a year. He's a great role player, a floor spacer, and a good perimeter defender. Gary Payton II, a guy who can play down low. You can put him at the 3 spot. He can guard 4s and 3s. I wouldn't mind Gary Payton II. And Gary Payton II, he has bird rights. So it's a little bit obviously more complicated than probably what you want to deal with for a guy like that.
Which is not the case for Hardaway, by the way.
Right. Which is
Hardaway is non-bird.
Exactly. So you get the gist, right? So luckily there's guys that if you want to go out there and you want to replace Derek White, there's a couple guys out there who fit the mold. And I'm not saying it should happen, but those are my free agent targets. I don't have a trade target. I don't think trades are necessary. I also don't think we don't even really have the trade capital anymore because we got rid of our trade capital for cap space to be able to do as such. Now, for who knows? You never know. I think that the cap space they might have saw that maybe, to be honest with you, Sam Hauser is a guy that might get moved off of as well. I think Pritchard is here to stay. He's the future point guard. Well, not even the future point guard because Pritchard is 29 years old. He's older than Jason Tatum, but he's been a staple of this team. He's been the sixth man, and he's a little bit of a late bloomer age-wise. So Pritchard and Hauser and White are unfortunately probably all on the block. I know that's not what you guys want to hear as Celtics fans, but it's actually the reality of the situation. And that's just me breaking it down for you guys. So I hope you guys understood that. Now, just to get into, we're going to dive into the rest of this stuff very quickly. NHL playoffs recap round 1. As you guys know, Mr. Director of Hockey is in the building with us. Now, thankfully, I already have the bracket right here for you guys. Now, for those of you that aren't following hockey, just to get out in front of it for you guys so our hockey fans can understand what is going on and how this is.
Sorry, I was eating.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was eating a piece of my steak. Don't worry.
It's that time. It's that time of night. I get it. My ass is gonna have to eat.
You got me with my mouth full. Pause.
Now, what are predictions? I'll be honest with you.
Mine are looking pretty good.
I'm looking good. Yeah, I'm looking good. I had Colorado in a sweep.
I got in 5.
I'm 1-0. I had Colorado in a sweep. For those of you that don't know, I am a proud Nathan McKinnon Glazer. No pause.
You say that. You literally just scored.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I am a Glazer, and I'm proud. Okay.
You what?
I am a Glazer, and I'm proud. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I have my predictions.
Now, what did you have for Colorado? We'll go one by one quickly here.
I got Colorado in 5. Oh, and Avalanche just tied it. All right. Okay.
All right. And yeah, saw that pop up on the screen. Yeah. So Ben and I both had Colorado, so we're both 1-0. I had Minnesota in 7.
I had the same thing.
2-0. I had the Mammoth in 7. No, actually, I lied. I lied. I had Vegas in 6 to start, and then when the series kind of turned on podcast, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Mammoth won in 7.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, I was really rooting for the Mammoth, but unfortunately they lost in my biased take. But on my actual real take, I had Vegas in 6, 3-0. I had Anaheim in 7.
I for Golden Knights, I had the same thing.
I had Anaheim in 7 at first.
This is my first incorrect.
So I will say, as for those that don't know, that are just tuning in, I am a Leo Carlsson proud Glazer.
Hey, yo. You what?
Yes, I am a proud Leo Carlsson Glazer. No pause. So I had Anaheim in 7. At least my 2 biased picks worked. Honestly, they worked. Honestly, if I was unbiased, I would have took Dallas in 6 if I was unbiased. But I was so biased, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take Minnesota and roll with it. And the same thing with Anaheim. I'm a Leo Carlson Glazer. I was like, you know what? I got faith. And they both pulled it off. So shout out to both those teams. 4-0 on that side. Now, for the round 2 predictions, we'll go back to the NBA. I'm sorry. We'll go back to the NBA and do our round 2 predictions for the NBA. I actually skipped that. I probably should have added that while we do this. But talk
for
to me.
For the Oilers Ducks.
Yes.
This is my first incorrect.
You said it's your first. Okay. Awesome.
I had the Oilers in 6.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Round 1 for the Eastern Conference. I had Sabres in 7. Let's fucking go. Undefeated. Undefeated. Now this is where I faltered.
I had Sabres in 7.
This is where I faltered. I did have the Lightning winning in 6, but Montreal pulled it out. So for those of you that don't know, that is watching for the first time, shout out to y'all, by the way. And everybody in the Instagram chat. Everybody in this chat here, also Twitch, YouTube. You guys are going crazy. This is one of the most interactive lives we've had in the last month. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Love you guys so much. We are almost done. I promise. We're almost done. We got a couple more topics. And they're wrapped into each other, so it'll make more sense for you guys. Now, of course, Ben had his team. Yes, sir. Le Bleu, Le Bleu, Le Bleu, Le Bleu. You already know, guys. So, now, on the Eastern Conference side right here on the right, you guys can see. Carolina, that was pretty easy. We all had Carolina.
I got Canadians in 7, by the way, so I got it perfect.
Right, exactly. So, Ben, undefeated right now. Carolina, sweet. And I had Philly in 7.
For Carolina, okay, I got both of those correct. I had Carolina in 6. I just thought Ottawa would show up better, which it didn't.
Right. I thought they would too, but thankfully we at least got the winners right, you know?
Yeah.
The game by games are hard to predict.
Yeah. I got Hurricanes in 6 and Flyers in 6. So I got that one. I had the last one perfect.
Yep. I got the Colorado sweep right. I got Carolina sweep right. I got Vegas in 6 right. And I got Anaheim wrong. But those are the 3 that I at least
No, you said
yeah, because I had 7.
So I got Flyers, Canadians, and Golden Knights. That's it.
And Connor McDavid, you are a Boston Bruin. You are a Boston Bruin, Connor McDavid. See you next year. Anyways, now I will say this needs a shout out because I think this. I'm biased. For those of you that are watching, if you're a hockey fan or whatever the case may be, you're not a Bruins fan. I'm biased. Okay.
My Canadian jersey is killing show about it.
Now, there's 2 guys, and it's funny you say that. It's either Marty St. Louis or Marco Stern for me, man. I think those 2 thoroughly deserve it. But
about
Lindy Ruff is going to win it, though. I will be honest with you. Lindy Ruff is going to win it, but Marco Sturm is my choice. And before you go, because I'll be done after I say this, I only wanted to touch base on this because I think Marco Sturm did a beautiful job this year. And now I think the biggest thing is that he overachieved with the roster that he's currently in the process of also building. And I think that you look at what the Bruins achieved this year, they were projected to be a lottery team. And this is Marco Sturm's, a little bit of his press conference, just talking about the team.
What's the password for the cable, Bill?
Rollerblade King 22.
What'd you say?
So this is not Marco Stern talking about the ad?
I know it's some laundry ad. Oh, or TD Bank.
Okay, to go
ahead. I'm sorry.
The thing for Coach of the Year, the finalists are already out. And
okay, so he's not.
It's I think it's Lindy Ruff, Dan Muse, and I forget who's the third. I can find it real quick.
So that was really good and very important.
Clip German accent, by the way.
In Boston.
Jesus.
First of all, I know it's a live stream today, so to our fans in Boston and all over the world, for the support they give us, or you guys give us all year long, we felt
Oh,
it.
and John
I
Cooper.
felt it. So that was really good and very important, especially for me coming in as a rookie head coach. And secondly, also you guys made it very easily for me. So thank you for being patient too sometimes. And but I always wanted to come in this room because I felt comfortable, and hopefully you could see it. So, Steve, now it's your turn.
Marco, when you look back at the regular season and the playoffs, you gave up more grade A chances than I'm sure you would have wanted. How do you remedy that? Is it personnel? Is it tweaking system, or what do you see?
I have to.
Good question, by the way, for those
I have
watching.
to look at it first.
Definitely have to watch. But I think to answer that question, actually,
areas.
For those of you that didn't hear, he basically asked, what do you think? Is it a personnel problem or is it a matter of fixing the system? In my personal opinion, I think it's more so a matter of Lowry needs to go. Andrew Peak probably needs to go. Call up DiPietro at this point. Trade Korpisalo for some defensive value at defenseman, because Korpisalo had, in your opinion, Ben, do you think he had like a decent season, like a good enough season?
I don't think it was terrible.
Like if you were to trade, like maybe not a lower level piece, but like if you were to trade for Korpisalo, would you be willing to give up like maybe a second pairing defenseman or a third pair, like even just a third pairing guy just to get to bolster the depth? You think he's worth that?
Yeah, I was about to say what I had in my head is at maximum a third round pick.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a tough situation because he did have such a decent season, but the defense makes the numbers look a lot worse than they are.
If you look at the analytics, I don't think they're that bad.
Right. And I think you could get away with trading him, like you said, third round pick or third pairing defenseman, which I don't hate because we need the depth anyways. At this point, Aspero was a bright spot, but just to go back to at least a little bit of the rest of the video here.
Where we can get better or have to get better for sure. I'm not going to change the whole system. No, I think the foundation is set now.
Good answer, dude.
What we do, and
that's what I like to hear.
What I
he trusts the foundation. He just knows they need to build around it.
There will be areas we're probably gonna change some things, but I need more time. I need more time to look at some video and stuff like that. And to part of your question, is it personal? Yeah, it's part of it. I think if you guys had fitted more to the system we played than maybe some others, and more other guys needed more time. So there's a little bit of combination for sure.
Marco, you've complimented your leadership group a lot this year, particularly your three alternate captains.
Good topic.
Do you think it's important moving forward to have
someone needs to be a captain? Yes. I think it should be Jeremy Swayman.
Captain, but now being through that,
I think Jeremy Swayman should be the captain. I think it's very clear from what we saw from the last press conference. I don't know if you guys saw some of the questions that Swayman answered or some of the clips, but for anybody watching, Ben, I know you obviously saw them, but Swayman was very vocal. He's been very vocal this whole season, and he's been the front runner for media attention on our team. He's the best player. He's getting paid 8x8. So, of course, he's probably going to be the one other than Pasternak to really be the face, but Pasternak's not too much of an outspoken guy. So I think Jeremy Swayman should be the captain. I hope he's willing to say right now that he's leaning towards that, but I don't think he's probably going to say that.
The thing is, goalie cannot be captains.
Really?
They cannot.
Dude, hockey's my favorite sport, and I played growing up, everything, and I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
The Canucks tried it with Luongo a lot, like in 12 years ago, and it was like, nope, you cannot.
Wow, bro. I didn't even know that. Well, that ends that, unfortunately, because it can't be McAvoy. He's too emotional. He showed that this year. He's too emotional. It all depends. Well, we'll get back to what Marco Sturm has to say here.
First time Me as a head coach not having a captain, and I thought it went real well. I just maybe because guys were really close, the leadership group. I thought they did a good job overall. Everyone had their input. There was no outsider. We always kept it really tight. So I actually didn't mind it. But having said that, that will be more conversation to have with Don, how we're going to move forward. But personally, I liked how we handled and especially the players, how they handled the situation all year long.
Yeah, man. And I feel like, that's a great explanation as to what's going on and just how we move forward as an organization. I think that's exactly what's to be said. And that's my pick for coach of the year. And Ben, I know yours is probably obviously.
But I mean, it's Ruff.
Lindy Ruff.
It's Lindy Ruff, Dan Muse, and John Cooper.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to my cousin in the Instagram chat. Shout out TD Bands. Y'all already know.
But
okay. We got a vlog coming out soon. We got a vlog coming out from South by Southwest. Sorry, Ben. Got a vlog coming out by South by Southwest soon. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. For everybody watching, appreciate you. Shout out to you, cousin. Love you, cousin. But anyways, sorry, Ben.
Let's be honest here. It's Lindy Ruff taking it. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. There's no. Yeah. There's
I was
having
debates with like a Bruins account. It's like, oh, okay, like shit, wow.
Oh shit. Oh man.
That's funny. He's actually an assistant coach on the team.
Yeah, that's the funny part. That's why I was low-key laughing. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, but
I was waiting for you to say that, but go ahead.
Shout
out Nero, by the way. Love you, Nero.
To go back, I was like, this guy was like saying, oh, like Storm should have been like nominated because like he took the team to another level. Like it would have been a lottery team. So were the Penguins. The Penguins were generally deemed as one of the worst teams in the league. And they made the playoffs. Yes, technically both Boston and Pittsburgh were in the both situation, but Pittsburgh was worse.
I didn't even know it. Yeah, it's so funny. Every time he does that, somehow, some way, it relates to the exact topic. Like last time, the last show we did with the greatest sports, or no, not the greatest sports debate ever. We did the last hockey pod, and he hopped in here and made a joke. That shit was so funny that it actually fit the segment. That shit was so fucking funny. Shout out to Nero. With you guys, we are filming tonight AFC West off-season grades. We were literally going to be filming that like right after
this.
Literally right after this, which we're almost done. Which we are, speaking of Nero, in the building. Brother. What is going on? What is happening? I feel like I used my one crash out for the episode, so I won't crash out too hard. Let me know in the comments, guys. Can two things be true at once? Was Cora the problem, but also wasn't the whole problem? Or was he the entire problem? Or is it the front office? Because I'll tell you one thing. I'm actually very, 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 very glad.
I'm running in.
that it was Cora to go. And now, yes, it is in. We are in the regular stream right now. If you want to come talk your shit, scream before we get on to do the AFC West recording.
Let Nero crash out.
Please do. And for those of you that are watching, please go follow at the bottom here at What the Hell is Happening Sports at j.denero. Please go follow because, as you know, he runs What the Hell is Happening Sports. He comes in and he helps us, dude. He's been with us for months, basically since the start, helping us out.
I do have something about the Celtics real quick.
Talk to me.
The NBA has fined Boston Jaylen Brown $50,000 for his comments criticizing the referees during a live stream after Game 7 in series loss in the first one against the Sixers.
Yeah, saw that coming. The moment he went on, dude, I was watching the stream. The moment he said that shit, I knew it. I knew it was up. It's just
it's $50K though. It's pieces.
NBA might be softer than the NFL when it comes to shit like that. That shit is fucking crazy.
It's 50K though. It's pieces to them.
But you already know. I think
it's 50K though. It's pieces.
NBA might be softer than the NFL when it comes to
Let me turn this off. My phone. I was tuning in.
All right. Nero, before we get to this question posed.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the NBA right now and what they just did to Jaylen Brown now that he just brought that up? Because
you know what? Well, Jaylen Brown got a platform now. He's on Twitch. And on Twitch, well, especially in his case, because he's not, saying obscenities. He's not making no racist comment. Like, he ain't doing none of that. He's speaking how he feels, though, just in general. He can speak however he wants. But guess what? You're playing for the man now. You can't be no Kai Cenat. You can't be Phantom, all these other niggas, and you can say whatever you want. And you ain't going to get fined or nothing. No, nigga, you in the NBA. You about to get fined. Was he right? Yeah. Could it also be one of those things that, like, is there a right and wrong? No, it is. You could be on one side, you could be on the other. But now that you got a platform, hey, now they're after you. You saw what they did. They didn't want that nigga to do his shit in LA in the All-Star break.
mm-hmm.
You feel me? So like Jaylen Brown, they're watching him now. They've been watching that nigga forever, but now that they know he's on Twitch, now he posts his clips on Instagram. The NBA somehow gonna see it. Somebody from the NBA is gonna see it. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it the right thing to do? Like, and for Jaylen Brown, yeah, crash out, nigga. You tight? If I was him, I would have did it. You got money. You got 300 mil, right? Nigga, then pay that fine. I know you don't give a fuck, but you got to pay the fine. That's what it is.
Man, you couldn't have said it better at all than I could. Because when you look at this situation, right?
Oh, by the way, before you continue, shout out to the Bay State media. I appreciate it.
Good to have you back. Yeah, we had to take a couple days, guys, for those watching. We had to take a couple days. We had some stuff to work out. We will have a new face who has already been on a podcast already, but a new face who is part of the football squad now for Bay State Media. Shout out to my guy. He's going to be on the podcast that we're about to do very soon within the next, like, probably 10, 15 minutes. We're going to go back to long format for you guys. Not long format, but like pre-recorded format for you guys. Because we got a lot of offseason stuff in the NFL. We got baseball going on right now. The Celtics and the Bruins are gone, so we won't be really covering them much. So right now, it's Red Sox and football offseason for us, man. We really don't got much else over here at Bay State Media. On my end, you guys might see some F1 stuff. You guys might see some tennis stuff. You got the U.S. Open this summer coming up in a couple months. So Miami Open just happened. Madrid Open just happened. Shout out to Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner was the champion of the Madrid Open. So I think that there's a lot of good other sports that we want to introduce you guys to. But right now, for the main crew, you guys will see us mostly probably talking about a lot of baseball because all of our baseball teams are right now in different places. The Blue Jays are mid. The Red Sox have a whole other problem we're about to discuss in about 30 seconds. You guys are still mid.
At least we're winning.
You guys are still mid. You're still mid.
Yeah, I know.
I know. We win.
I know we're mid. I started the same way last year. I know we're mid.
Oh, but
it started the same way last year.
For those of you, I will obviously get here for this moment. Now, if you guys want to go see what Nero had a generational, amazing crash out on a stream about this Alex Cora situation. For those of you that have not watched it, please go on What the Hell is Happening in Sports and watch it. He was getting in depth, in tune, and you know what, man? I actually think this was very justified, my brother. I think this was time.
No, it was.
I don't think we can sit, and now this is a common misconception in sports, right? And I'm going to compare this to the Bruins situation for those that don't understand. But obviously, we got some Boston fans in here watching, and Nero's obviously a Boston guy, born and raised. So, what a lot of Bruins fans do, and a lot of people who are casual hockey fans or just watch hockey, right? They blame Don Sweeney for all of the Boston Bruins shortcomings, right?
Yes.
The last time I checked, Don Sweeney doesn't go out there and choke in 2019. Don Sweeney doesn't go out there and choke against the Blackhawks. Don Sweeney doesn't go out there and choke against the Hurricanes. Right. Don Sweeney doesn't go out there and choke against X, Y, and Z. That has happened since 2011.
The Panthers in round one when you had the best record.
The most notable, where he actually did his job the best out of any year. He got Orlov, he got Bertuzzi, he got Taylor Hall.
Yeah, that might be one of the greatest teams ever assembled in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Ever. One of the greatest Boston teams we've ever seen. Broke the record for regular season points and wins in the NHL that season.
I don't. Let me check that.
Points.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know
right.
one of them is right and the other isn't.
It's points, not wins. It's
no,
points.
It's points.
I apologize. It's points. You're right. It's the highest scoring point season of any President's Trophy winner in history. Now, we flip to the Red Sox, right? We begged for pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't get a replacement for Devers. Well, we got a rental. So you can't necessarily call it a replacement because Bregman was a rental, unfortunately.
No, exactly right.
Like, this fucking dumbass shit. I want to burn this shit so fucking bad. I want to burn that shit.
Fuck!
But
I don't want to see that shit no more.
It's the first city edition, bro. It's the first city edition jersey for us, so I can't get rid of it.
It took for me mad time.
Dead ass.
You were okay. To correct myself, you were actually correct.
Oh,
both the wins and the points.
It was wins and points.
Yeah, because we had 65 wins or something.
Yeah. That's the most win. And
that's like an NBA record, which doesn't really happen a lot in the NHL.
Nah, facts. And they do play 82 games. So that's impressive. That's impressive.
If you look at
exactly. So to compare this
to the Red
Sox
wins,
situation.
I'm still looking for points.
Okay.
No, you're good.
It's the situation we look at with Craig Breslow, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went out and got Sonny Gray.
Mm-hmm.
He went out and got Ron Hair Suarez, which is what he wants to be called now. Ron Hair Suarez.
Mm-hmm.
So you go out and get those
he did his job right there. He did his job right there in terms of the pitching.
Okay.
He did what was asked of him. Bolster the bullpen, bolster the starting pitching in the rotation. Now he did his job. Did we expect Ron Hair Suarez to come in here and have a 9 ERA to start the year? No. Did we expect Sonny Gray to suck to start? No. Did we expect Trevor Story to bat 150 for the first 20 games? No. So how much blame can you put on the guy who went out there and did exactly what was asked of him? And I get it. Ownership hasn't done the best job as Red Sox fans. Yes, we are frustrated. And I'm not willing to go out there and say, okay,
now,
sell the team. Go ahead.
Suarez is on the 3 now.
Okay, well.
No, yeah, you're thinking of Bayo.
Bayo. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Brian Bayo. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Brian Bayo. Did we think the year he had last year, going into this year, he would do that? No.
No, he shut
Did we think Crochet would get hurt? Because realistically, Crochet, he looks hurt. I mean, his velocity went significantly down his last 2 starts.
Yeah.
So it's very, very obviously clear. And shout out to Mr. Spoke B Center Resource Terzakis for pointing that out when he first noticed it, because then I went to go watch and it made sense to me because 92 mile per hour fastball, that's like, I've never really seen him, at least watching. 92 is concerning. That's like a concerning 8 mile per hour drop off.
Yeah, but is that like a 6, 7, 8 like drop off?
Yeah.
I would say that seriously.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That shit was hilarious.
I had to. No, continue. My fault.
I should have said 7, 8. Anyway.
There you go. No, facts. I would have went.
Oh shit.
Continue on my fault. I don't mean to be distracted.
That's fucking hilarious. No, yo, I'm dying. Good to have you back, bro. It's good to have you back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, but fucking to continue since while Mari's taking his little sip. Now, like overall, Mari, like it was time. It was time. And the thing is, like you look back 2 years ago when he got the extension, when the Red Sox collapsed and missed the playoffs 2 years ago before Bregman got there. Fucking Breslow wanted to give him a 5-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
John Henry didn't want that, so he gave him a 3-year extension, right? Did I expect him to survive the 3-year extension? I did. But I also had a feeling, especially if he survived and it was still here, and by the time next year was done, would he still be here? Probably not. The reason is if you look at Alex Cora now, he I can tell he loves coaching, but he really wants to be a front office guy. He really wants to be a GM. That's really what it is. And when you look at what Craig Breslow wants to build the team with the pitching. Alex Cora, especially when they won in 18 his first year, he wants to actually contend. He wants to actually get the best players that he can, build the lineup, make it a little easier for himself, already have the talent, and expect his guys to actually win games. So there was two different philosophies between both of them. Do I think now that having Chad Tracy as the manager, who's doing a fine job so far, I got to give him credit for being a AAA guy to come up. He's doing a fine job. Do I think Chad Tracy's really the answer? No. But do I think Alex Cora, when you really look at him, was obviously one of the best managers in the MLB? Yes, because literally he gets fired on a Saturday. Dave Dombrowski gives him a call Sunday. Hey, do you want to be the manager of the Phillies? That's how well respected Alex Cora is. You know what I'm saying? But as much as Alex Cora can do, he can't step on the field and help these niggas play. Help them actually make these plays hit the ball. No, all he can do is coach. The guys out there, they failed him. They did. The roster itself, in a sense, offensively, failed him. That's really what happened. And you want to make Alex Cora the scapegoat? Yeah, you are. But we know what it really is. It's the man upstairs, the man all the way at the top. That's the guy right there that really should actually want to have this team win. Craig Breslow and Alex Cora could only do so much. But if you don't want to actually spend money, really put your own due diligence in, because you're worried about your fucking soccer team. And at one point you were worried about a hockey team, but that didn't work.
Which they suck. They suck. Liverpool sucks.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Really what it is now is, what the hell does John Henry really want to do with his teams? Why don't you have all this money in the world? You have a whole lot of money. Nigga, retire. Let some other nigga buy these teams. You don't got to do shit no more. You got championships. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you ain't done it. You brought championships. That's the respect. But, nigga, if you don't want to actually help your teams win right now, nigga, go off in the sunset, bro. You and Tom Warner. It's simple. That's what it is. That's what it is. But shout out to Alex Cora, though. Always going to have the love for you. Puerto Rican, you already know. He'll get another job soon. He'll get another job soon. Hell yeah, ya tu sabe.
He was actually offered the Phillies job, but he declined it.
No, I'm hip. That literally, he gets fired on a Saturday. He gets a job offer on the next day to be the manager of the Phillies.
Why?
But he declined it.
Exactly.
But why did he decline it? You guys know?
Probably
he just wanted to spend more time with his family.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, that's reasonable. Yeah, I mean,
But also at the same time, because if you look at it like look at the situation that he was in, right? Okay, you're with the Red Sox. Fine, it's a tough situation. Then Dave Dombrowski, who you have a great relationship with, calls you to manage the Phillies, who has some stars, has Kyle Schwarber, the guy you wanted back, but also the team sucks right now. So you're going into a new situation with guys you don't know, besides Kyle Schwarber, but most of the guys you don't know, trying to help build that team again after the team started off sucking. Nigga, you're in the same position.
The two teams basically have the same record.
No, exactly. You're in the same position. It's just now you're in a more likable position because the nigga that hired you, who you won a championship with, actually has the same philosophy as you. But if I'm Alex Cora, take the rest of the year off, spend time with your family, and honestly, don't be surprised if Alex Cora is the manager of the Phillies come November. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. I mean, the guy they got, it was already in the organization, the staff.
Right.
Manly.
Oh, yeah, Manly. Oh, and no, actually, I'm glad you said that, Ben. What makes it look like a bad hit right now, and Amar, you're actually gonna get a laugh out of this. So Dave Dombrowski's the baseball ops, the head baseball ops, right?
Yeah.
Don Manley
he was here for us, right? Wasn't he?
No, he was right. He was. Yeah, he was here, and now he's with the Phillies now. So Don Manley is the same position as Craig Breslow, right? Okay, boom. Dave Dombrowski, excuse me. Don Mattingly, the new manager, right? His son is the GM of the team.
Yep.
His son's the GM.
Yep.
So Dave Dombrowski wanted to get his own guy instead of put Manley as the manager initially. So right now in that front office, it might be a little bit of a flux because the son's looking at this guy as like, oh, my dad's a coach, but my dad is a coach. Why don't you just promote him since he's already with the staff? No, the nigga Dave Dombrowski wanted to get his own guy to put him in there. So how does that look right now when your own son, and I'm talking about Darryl Manley, your own son can't even actually make you the head coach? You have to go to higher up. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there. That's tough. That was actually kind of sad.
I think fucking Manning, whichever, the son or the dad, he should be thankful that the fucking Cora declined.
No, literally, seriously, yeah,
they both should because
after
that's
what Nero just said. Yeah,
that's fucked. That's kind of fucked up. That is kind of fucked up that they wanted to go their own route. You already have the guy in there now, and mind you, Manningly, he's been a manager before. Managed the Dodgers, managed the Marlins. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like the guy can't manage. Nigga, let him be the manager. Let him finish off the year.
I think it was the bench. I think it was the bench coach with the Phillies. He was with the Blue Jays. Actually, his role was not bench coach.
Oh, okay.
But it was. I think it was bench coach with the Phillies. I can check. Okay.
No, for sure. But but he's managed before. You know, so let him ride it out for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Alex Cora, take the time off. You know, but what Dombrowski tried to do, that shit was slimy as hell. That's crazy.
Bench coach.
A bench coach? Yeah. See that shit is terrible.
What I think
it was originally hired in January 2026 to be the team's bench coach, but took over managerial duties following the firing of Rob Thompson.
Oh, there you go. See, yeah. So he just got there.
What I think is the most interesting thing about this is that Jason Varitek then turned around and flipped, and they all flipped everybody off.
But the thing, yeah. But
so
the thing
to
is,
me,
Varitek was technically never fired. He was just moved to a different spot in the organization.
No, he didn't even. They were going to fire him in general, but then they used that. They used that to basically lessen it. Right? He wasn't going to stay. If they wanted him to actually stay, he was never going to stay. He was.
John Henry is just fucking dude. John Henry, man, he's fucking. I don't even know how to describe this guy, dude. Your soccer team sucks. Take it from someone who is a Tottenham fan and is about to get relegated. I know what suck looks like. And Liverpool has looked like suck for the last 3 years, 4 years. And it's no shock. Maybe actually a little bit more, Ben, because I feel like Liverpool won in 2021.
Yeah, they won
2020.
Recently.
This is when the Red Sox last went to the World, not the World Series. Yeah, right? This is when they last had a run in the playoffs. It was 2021, right?
And Liverpool actually won last year.
Yeah, but last year was different. Rodri was injured on Manchester City. Last year was an anomaly. Arsenal was banged up. Well, actually, Arsenal was banged up, then choked it. Manchester City was injured, a shell of themselves. De Bruyne was out the door, and Rodri was out the door. The only reason Liverpool won last year is because there was no one. Read the points, though. Read the points.
That's 2020.
Of that year. Read the points, though.
99.
Read the points, though.
That's 2019, 2020. Liverpool at 99, City at 81.
Yeah,
then it goes United at 66.
You see, that's a real. For those that don't understand how soccer point system works, that's like a real dominant season.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a 99 points.
They had 32 wins out of 38.
I was just gonna say you won 30. You won 30 games because of the math. That's at least 90 points.
32.
So it's then you got that, and it's bro, that's one of the greatest seasons. They're 6 years removed from that.
Mm.
Yeah, 20.
And the Red Sox are literally 5 years removed from going and making a real run in the playoffs.
Yep.
You see how that goes hand in hand? People don't think about that shit. It's just, let's blame Breslow and let's fire Cora. Nothing's gonna fucking change until John Henry sells this baseball team.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is that Breslow is being used as a scapegoat for this whole situation. And this is how I feel about Don Sweeney. I came on here and defended Don Sweeney. Craig Breslow is in the same fucking situation. Until that Jacobs family might sell the Bruins, we might be stuck here for a while. We might be stuck at mid for a while. And this is what I want to see with the Red Sox. I want to see, especially as someone who's coming back to being a baseball fan the last 2 seasons, right? Someone who's getting back into the sport. I didn't get back into the sport because the Red Sox were good. I got back into the sport because Ellie De La Cruz, Trey Turner, Jazz Chisholm, some of these exciting players.
Electric players.
When's the last time we had someone that was that electric? Forget the wins and losses, just an electric baseball player. I can't think of anybody other than Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. That's it. Yeah.
That's
and we had him and Jackie Bradley. You know what I'm
JBJ was the man. That outfield, JBJ, him, Benintendi, bro. That's
the last time when we really actually had fun.
That's the last season I watched all the games. That was the last season I watched all the games before getting back into baseball for Bay State Media. 2018 was the last time I watched like full through and through, went to 10, 15 Red Sox games throughout the year. Like that was the last where I felt engaged. I felt engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I don't watch baseball as much, I felt like I needed to be a part of it. And I kept watching baseball that year because of how good we were, because of all that, because we had electric baseball players. Rafael Devers was a fucking rookie going crazy. Then you had Betts out there, basically, best player in baseball at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably,
won the MVP. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Arguably has been a top 5 player in baseball the last however many years since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's kind of just like we have Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer. These are the 2 biggest players on the team as far as like fandom, right? Like everyone's obsessed with Anthony and Meyer because a lot of Red Sox fans are actually really young, bro. So when the season starts, it's a lot of the college kids, bro. They get reduced tickets to the games, bro. They're closer to me and Narrow's age. We've experienced this the last 5 to 6 years, bro. When we were coming out of high school, like that demographic that the Red Sox aim for is not the older demographic, even though they're a historic team, because of the colleges. It's the young guys. It's the young people in the city. It's the tourists coming during summer to work here. They're coming here watching the Red Sox. The Red Sox don't realize how big their fan base is, especially because their ownership owns a team overseas. So they're trying to capitalize on the dollar signs without realizing what kept people in Boston engaged is the fact that this team was a team that couldn't be fucked with. And we haven't experienced that since 2021. And we're 5 years removed from that.
And you look at 2018 also, right? Mm-hmm. Just how that team was assembled. Like you had guys like you still had JD Martinez a couple weeks before the season even started, right? And look how big that turned out. That guy made 4 All-Star games when he was here, right? 4 straight All-Star games when he was here. You had Nunez. You had Eduardo Nunez, right? Somehow, some way, he was supposed to be the next Derek Jeter. He finds his way to Boston. He was serviceable. Mitch Moreland, obviously Chris Sale, Craig Kimbrell, Ian Kinsler came at the deadline. Nathan Eovaldi came at the deadline.
Yeah, Ian Kinsler, Rangers GOAT.
You know what I'm saying? Steve Pierce, the World Series hero. Like that team right there is one of the greatest teams ever assembled. And Dustin Pedroia only played 6 games that year because of injury. That's how deep that team was. That's how deep that team was. Like that may never happen here in Boston for a little while. And the reason that's not going to happen because of who's running this team, who's actually running this team, not the chief baseball operator, not the manager. It's the man up there, the man who they work for.
The man that controls it all.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the Red Sox want to win, this is a place where guys want to come. You have to spend the fucking money. It ain't like the team don't got money. They got money. There's no salary cap. They should be thankful there's no salary cap. Look what the Dodgers do. The Dodgers don't give a fuck. They say, oh, this guy's on the market. He can fit well with our team. Oh, let's give him some bread. Oh, this pitcher's good. Oh, let's give him some bread. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. But you got to actually get the guys who actually are elite or very good to actually win. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. So summer might suck. The summer might suck. It probably will suck. The team ain't that great. Now they're winning today. Almost got in a fight. Great. 2 straight wins. I'll take it. But there might not be a lot of winning.
Against the first place team, I'll take it.
I know, for sure. Hell yeah.
It's a step in the right direction. We'll take it. And I think the record being what it is since Cora has left, since what it was before he left,
Yeah.
It's a big difference right now.
Yeah.
This offense looks more lively, especially tonight. 10-3 right now.
4 runs by Rafaela tonight, by the way.
You said what?
Rafaela's 4 RBIs.
4 RBIs for Rafaela.
Oh my God! I thought you just said.
I did.
I almost just ran to go check fantasy, and like I was about to just stop the show.
I did.
About to have the first 40-point day for anybody.
I did. I'm in RBIs. He's 3 for 4.
At least he finally woke up because he's been fucking asleep offensively for me on my fantasy team. Speaking of which, guys, Ben, can you do me a favor? Can you actually pull up the standings for the fantasy league? Guys, we do fantasy leagues where you can win prizes. This year, we are giving away a custom jersey of your favorite player's choice. For whatever team, we do have the connect to be able to get you what's called a Bay State Media replica. It's pretty much what you would get from Fanatics or MLB, but it has our logo on it. It's going to have that on it. It's going to have a couple patches from your team on it. So please, if you are interested in joining the football league, we will be announcing the football league very soon. I know it's early, but we will be setting up the league end of July when ESPN Fantasy allows us to make the league. So we have a lot of people.
It's already activated. We can already do it, but it's really early.
It's really early, but we will have different divisions. So Bay State Media Analysts, we will be in a division together. So me, Ben, and Nero will probably be in a division together. Luke, Micah. Yeah, Luke, Micah, Spoked, and a couple other guys might be in a division like Capital. Actually, Capital's going to be in our division. He'll probably be with me, Nero, and you most likely.
Oh Lord.
Or honestly, probably Luke. Probably us four. Probably in the same division to keep it. The rest of the league even. We'll put Nero with you and Spoked, and probably one other, probably Micah, because Micah knows ball, so to keep it even. And then the other 2 divisions, which is the next conference, you guys will be able to. There's 10 spots. You guys come fight against the analysts. And you guys come fight against the Bay State main community, and you guys come and fight against us for the prize, the championship. Now, Ben, he won the basketball championship. Braden won the NHL championship. And Connor, Mr. Connor Perry, won the football championship, which each person, for those 3, our first, we did the $100, which we won't always do that for you guys. That's more of like that was a first-time thing to get you guys involved. Now we're trying to get the merch across. So we will be doing merch packages for you guys for the winners. Now, football, I will say, we'll be doing like a hoodie package. You get a hoodie, you get Bay State Media sweatpants, and you get $50. That'll be this year for football. However you want that, we'll make sure we have that for you guys.
It was 3-1.
And guess what? The Tampa Bay Rays are first in our division. What the fuck?
Okay, anyway.
This MLB season actually, you know what's so crazy? I was just having this conversation with somebody in a baseball group chat that I'm in with other baseball content creators, and they were telling me, like, think about it. Think about how the season has started. It's like how the last NFL season started. Dead ass. Like, low key, it really made me think, like, the Chiefs missed the playoff. They sucked. They were sucked to start. Red Sox sucked to start. Fucking low key, the Yankees. I mean, yeah, they were kind of expected to be like a top 2 team in the division, but like
how the fuck are the Mets 13?
The Mets are last. Like, they're damn near last in the league. Like,
yeah, it's bad over there.
It's like the NFL.
The Rockies.
It's real bad.
Yeah, the Mets. Honestly, we fumbled on that tape. We thought Bo Bichette and Soto and Diaz, a couple other guys were worth it. Holy shit, we are all eating that. I can't lie.
Terrible. All right, anyway,
I watched the Mets, and I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, back to fantasy here.
There you go.
If you look at the team names and you look at who's who, you guys probably already know who's who. You guys already know what Nero's team. Nero's Peloteros. You guys already know.
Exactly.
You guys already know. That's easy. Ben?
Yeah.
What's yours, Ben? Tell him.
I'm in second.
Honey Nut Cheerios, because he has Jackson Cheerio. Yep. And me, I am Shohei Sportsbook. I went 2-0 to start the year, for those that are looking at my record. So don't think that, I'm like...
No, I'll be fair.
I shouldn't have lost the last 2 weeks. I can't lie. I shouldn't have lost the last 2 weeks.
I have played against Amari. Difficult matchup.
And I can't lie.
I won because
I made some very questionable roster decisions against you that cost me that win, though. I will be real.
And I won because I've chased Zolander.
Not because I forgot to set my lineup, because I genuinely thought this person would do better than the next, and I fucked myself. I should have just kept my shit the way it was, dude. But yeah, anyways, bro, we got these battles in this fantasy baseball league. Tune in. You guys want to get the updates every week? We will show you guys the updates every week as far as to how that goes for the standings. You guys can tune in. You guys go to our website. We will have, unfortunately, on our website right now, we haven't updated the fantasy page. I actually should do that tonight. Thank you for reminding me that. I should do that tonight. Mm-hmm. But I will update it with the table. For those of you that don't know, we all have our own blogs. Nero has What the Hell is Happening sports blog on there. Ben has a Canadians Corner blog. If you are a hockey fan, go over there. He does all types of hockey content, mostly Canadians, but he will have some other stuff up there on his own vicinity, volition.
Space.
Volition. That was the word I was looking for, not the other one, not vicinity. Two different words. Apologize. Both began with a V. Under his own volition, he will be posting about hockey and other aspects other than the Canadians. I myself, I have access to everyone's pages, so I could write an article on whatever the fuck I want to. But I personally will have. There will be a bi-coastal baseball podcast blog. There will be, Spoke Bee Center for each of the shows. You guys will get a blog so that all of us can post whatever football related content that isn't pertaining to the specific blog for each page. You guys will be able to see that for our podcast pages. But if you look at the scoreboard, wait, go back. Hold on. Scoreboard for this week. Ben, you're in a nail biter. Oh,
look at the standings.
You're in a nail biter.
It's Min. Look, we're playing each other, Min.
Yep. Yeah. This is
the top two teams playing each other. Oh shit.
For first place, chat.
Yeah, I currently have a Toronto Blue Jay blowing this fucking game for me. I'll tell you that, Ben.
What the?
It's Tyler Rogers.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Who fucking
see?
blew it,
this is why I pick. This is why I sometimes don't go on here. I don't. And then, by the way, it's not because of Bay State media as a whole. It's because there's one guy, right? There's one guy on this that, lives in Toronto, right? Supports Toronto. And every time I see his face, somebody from fucking Toronto is always fucking my shit up. Why is it like that? Why do I have to? Why? Ben, why is this nigga fucking it up for me, my nigga? What's up, nigga? Fuck. Crazy? You know what's crazy? I almost looked. I thought the Toronto. You know what? I'm gonna save this conversation. Actually, I'm gonna save what I'm gonna say. But
I'm crying.
The Raptors sold. Tyler Rogers selling. What the fuck, my nigga? What? Emmanuel quickly, and that nigga didn't even play. You know what? No bullshit. No bullshit, chat. Every time I see Ben, I'm not even gonna call him Ben anymore. I'm gonna be like, "What up, Emmanuel? How you doing, bro?"
Fuck off, man.
I can't trust that nigga. I can't trust him. I can't trust him. Man. I can't trust him either, bro. I can't trust him.
To go back to this real quick,
Oh my god.
only because Nero's in here now. I just want to pick your brain real quick. So now we know what your predictions were for the NBA, right? For the first round, everything else. If you want to just walk through the chat real quick before we end, probably gonna end the show after we do our NHL predictions. Me and Ben, real quick. Now for the first round, if you want to just tell the chat what you had and then what you have for going into the second round, I'll start real quick and then you can go after me. Me personally, I have the Thunder in 4.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Spurs in 7. And I have the Knicks. I have the Knicks in 6. No, I actually have the Knicks in 5. I have the Knicks in 5. I have the Pistons in 6. No, you know what? I have the Cavaliers in 7, actually.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I have the Cavaliers in 7. I don't think that the Pistons have enough offensive firepower to keep up late in some of these games. I know they're losing. I know they're losing right now by 9 points, but Pistons are feeling themselves coming off of Game 7, so that's why this first game is probably going to go to them.
Right.
But that's who I have as far as the predictions for the next round. And to go over this round, for those that didn't watch, actually, Ben, you didn't even remember yours. I went over mine, actually. Anyways, never mind. I'm sorry. But Nero, as far as your first round predictions, what did you have? How was the outcome? And what do you have for round 2?
I didn't even remember, man. Sorry, man.
That's fair. So for the first round, I had the Thunder in 4. In the second round, no, not the second round. The second series, the one under the Lakers Rockets, I had the Rockets in 5.
I did too. Yeah,
that backfired. Obviously, we'll save that for another day. But
yeah.
Shout out to LeBron. No, he did his thing. For the Nuggets and Timberwolves, I actually had the Nuggets in 6, and it looked like it. It did. The Nuggets were up 2-0. No, excuse me. They were up 1-0. But when the Timberwolves won game 2, I said, "Uh-oh, okay, bet now Anthony Edwards is here to play." You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, they took it in 6. Good for them. Shout out to
with injuries.
With injuries. That's a fact.
I should have known. Yeah, that's literally Jokic's kryptonite is the Timberwolves.
Nah, facts. That's hey.
I should have known.
We've known that, but now America really should know. That's twice already with them. That's twice already with the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. For the Spurs, I actually had the Spurs in 4, but ultimately, gentlemen sweep. They got it in 5. Cool. Yep. Pistons. So the Pistons and the Magic. Initially, I had the Pistons in 4. I didn't believe in the Magic, but after the Magic won game 1 and they blew a 3-1 lead, you know what I'm saying? The Magic had it. Ultimately, Cade Cunningham prevailed. Shout out to them. But I had the Pistons in 4 initially. I had the Cavaliers. I did say this to Ben. I said it to Ben. I had the Cavs in 4 because I did say back then that the Raptors.
You did say that.
I did though, and I was wrong. I'm glad Ben's on here because I've meaning to say that I was wrong, and I'm honestly glad I was wrong. I really am, because at least the Raptors, they had a lot of heart. They got back in it. Fucking RJ Barrett had the Kawhi Leonard type of shot to win game 6. Hey, at least the Raptors, they showed some fight. I give them credit because the series could have been over a long time ago. They pushed it. They were down 2-0. They came back, tied it up 2-2, pushed it to a game 7. Shout out to them. I gotta show some love.
And I agree with you.
Yeah, no, they did. Whole lot of love.
I couldn't believe in this team. Like there was bad showing.
And I agree with both of you.
Yeah. I lost faith. I lost faith. But also, I'm gonna tell you this right now before I get to round 2, real quick.
Yeah,
watch the Cavaliers. Watch the Cavaliers, though. Just watch. You see how the first round ended for them, right? How that first round ended for them. Watch this second round, because I'm not going to lie. This Cavaliers team, it's one of those teams that you want to believe in them, but be careful. Just be careful, because the way how that series went, it should have never went like that. After game 2, it should have never went like that. Should have never. It really should have. In their sense. Just for them. Now, for the Raptors' sake, Raptors showed a lot of heart. Like I said, they did. They pushed it. But the Cavaliers, they got to do a better job. There's no way Donovan Mitchell and James Harden let them niggas get to 7 games. No way. There's no way. But,
absolutely.
They made it to the second round. So, I got to give them that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And as far as the second round, man, how do you feel about the second round?
I was going to say, before I get to the second round, I didn't finish for the last 2. Real quick, I had the Knicks in, what was I going to say? I had the Knicks initially in 5, and I had the Celtics in 5, but obviously the Knicks, they prevailed, and the Celtics, we'll talk about it. Mari spoke about it already. Thursday, I'll talk about the Celtics on what the hell's happening.
I just want to say, that last game,
go tune in. Make sure you go tune in.
That last game between the Knicks and the Hawks.
That was sad.
My God, that wasn't pretty.
That was one of the saddest basketball games I've ever watched. There's no way a team should be down 50 in the second quarter.
Yeah,
I caught it at the 16-19. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
It's like Atlanta. It's like low-key Atlanta didn't even try. Like it was actually
no.
It was actually like Nero said. Yeah, it was actually one of the most pathetic, saddest basketball games I've ever watched in a playoff series. Like genuinely. Even more than when we swept KD 4-0. That was a little bit more embarrassing for him, but like,
oh yeah,
this was far more embarrassing. 50 points, and you were up. What was it? 2-1, 3-1, or something? Yeah, that's embarrassing for the Hawks. That's embarrassing. They were up.
They were up
2-1. Yeah,
2-1. Yeah,
2-1 because FC finished in 6. But
that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But no, literally, like Amari said. Go ahead, Ben.
On field though, as well. On field as well.
Yeah, exactly. In their home court. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, no. Let's see what happens next year with the Hawks. They have a bright future, but that was a tough way to go out.
Very.
But no, like Amari said, Thursday I'll talk about the Celtics. What Amari said, I will say real quick. What Amari said is is a lot of the things I'm gonna talk about also. But we talk a lot of other shit also. So
we do.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got to mention some other shit too. But for the second round, I got the Thunder in 4. Actually, no, let me take that back. I got the Thunder in 5. LeBron might win one. They'll give LeBron a game.
Nah, I got the Thunder in 4.
You do got the Thunder. Yeah, I want to say 4, but knowing them, you know how the NBA is, bro. You know how the NBA is. They want their money, so somebody got to win one game.
I don't know. I thought the Suns would get one. They didn't even stand a chance.
No, literally. That's why I said. That's why I said them in 4.
If Luka comes back, I could see him having like a 40-point game and winning a game.
No, exactly.
But if he doesn't come back, like, yo, do you guys see that score? Like, it's close now.
It is close now. Yeah,
it's close now. So you might be right. It's close now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they sweep them, they sweep them. At least if for LeBron's sake, if I'm LeBron, I want to at least win one game out of that. If I'm him, or if I'm the NBA, if I'm the NBA, let them niggas get a game.
Can't go out like KD because I don't think LeBron's ever gotten swept. So
yeah, facts.
I'll say Lakers in 5 as well. Like Lakers, fucking Thunder in 5.
Thunder in 5. Yeah.
I got Thunder in 4. I don't even think they stand.
I don't know why I said Lakers. I don't know why.
No facts. I think what you meant though, Ben. I knew what you meant.
Without Luka and Reeves and then a 41-year-old LeBron, I think that's a worse roster.
And Reeves back?
I think that's the worst. Reeves?
Yeah, I thought he was
kind of. But you got to think about it in a Jason Tatum sense, bro. It fucked up It fucked up our whole chemistry and our equilibrium.
Yeah,
Jason Tatum coming back. It fucked up the whole thing. And the same thing with like, you want to bring Luka and Reeves back, you're taking away shots from other guys like Luke Kennard, right?
Yeah,
when Austin Reeves came back, they put the ball in the injured nigga's hands who hasn't played in like 2 months. You gotta think of it, right?
1 month.
Okay, 1 month, whatever. You gotta think of it. You gotta think of it like in this sense, right? You're used to Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart actually filling their role, doing what they're supposed to do, and they're winning games. And then you bring Austin Reeves back. It's like Kennard when they did that. Kennard literally had like 6 points or something. He shot like 3 for fucking 12 or some crazy shit. Like they literally ruined the offensive equilibrium when they added Reeves back. It's like then you have to add Luka back for Luka to have the ball in his hands. That's going to take away the rhythm from Marcus Smart, and that's going to take away the rhythm from Luke Kennard. So you got to look at it in a sense that like the Thunder team has been playing without J-Dub and Chet Holmgren at certain points. Now that they have those two guys, or at least they have one of them in certain capacity, this is a team that's used to that. And I just can't see the Lakers, a team that's not used to playing without Luka and Reeves, beating a team that's used to playing without J-Dub and Chet. So it's a weird situation, but I got the Thunder in 4.
No, that's fair.
How do you feel about the Timberwolves and Spurs series?
Going into it, I had the Spurs in 6. I'm not gonna lie, Ant looked hungry, so I'm still gonna go with the Spurs, but I think this might go to 7.
Yeah,
I think this could go to 7.
I agree. That's what I had. I had Spurs in 7 earlier. Yep.
Yeah. No, and Edwards played differently last night. I got to give him that credit. I do.
Hell yeah.
That was a game. That was a game.
I think it might go off experience here. Like the Spurs game.
I don't hate that.
Timberwolves has been in the kind of in this situation before, so I had the Timberwolves in 6.
That's fair. I respect that.
Okay, I respect it.
That. I respect that.
Honestly, like the experience too, dude. Like that's another thing I wrestled with, but I think Wembanyama is good enough to stretch it to a 7th.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
But to be real, they don't got an answer for Julius Randle, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
They don't.
Thank you. Yes.
Yo, that first game really showed there is no one on that Spurs team that can guard Julius Randle.
If Julius Randle, thank you. Go continue, Amari. Yes.
So that's the X factor, right? Like for me going into the series, I really looked at both rosters and I realized like the Spurs are a great two-way team. But the thing about the San Antonio Spurs is that they don't deal well with size. And the Timberwolves are the team that is the worst matchup for them because it's the same thing for the Nuggets. They don't deal well with size. And the fact that Aaron Gordon was out, they took advantage of that and they were able to rest Ant enough to a point. But also what I saw in that series was that when Aaron Gordon was out, Julius Randle got whatever the fuck he wanted. Inside the three-point line, he could do whatever. And what Julius Randle's game is predicated on is getting into that mid-post area or that low block area where he can really go to work, whether he's fading away or he's putting the ball on the floor. Julius Randle is finally kind of coming into his own on this Minnesota roster because there's a lot less defensive pressure on him. And I think on defense, when you stick him on a guy like, I mean, in this series, right? Like, bro, he's going to be matched up a majority of the time on someone smaller than him. But what people don't realize is that Julius Randle is quick for his size. He's a big guy, but he's quick, bro. And this first game is just showing me. And to be honest with you, the Spurs should have won this game. Yeah, the Timberwolves, they broke down on that last possession, and that wide open three that Harper missed, rookie shit. The moment's too bright. You just missed it because you was probably too nervous. But we've seen Harper this year improve on his three ball significantly way more than the year before. So I think with Harper and everything else with the Spurs, it really comes down to who do you have that can fuck with Julius Randle? Because Wemby's not strong enough. Julius Randle was getting whatever the fuck he wanted on Wemby all night.
No, he
was all night.
And Wemby had 10 blocks, but when it came to Randle,
it didn't matter. He had 11 points, which is, you make a great point. Wemby can sit and impact the defensive game all he wants to. But that offensive game needs a lot of work, and he's afraid to play in the post. That's the biggest thing that's setting him back offensively, is that Wemby's just afraid to play in the post. But you know, that series is definitely a series that is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now,
that's a fact.
Knicks 76ers for the both of you guys. How do you guys feel about that series before we get out of here?
I'd say for Knicks 76ers, it's tough, and it's not tough because it's not necessarily tough because you know you don't know who's going to win. No, you have the idea of who should win. It's I'm going to Knicks, obviously, but it's really how much harder do the Knicks have to make it for themselves to actually advance?
Yeah,
that's really what it is. Because you saw what the Celtics. You saw what the Celtics did to themselves. They made it way harder for themselves than they should have. Now, if the Knicks, you won game one, great. But if you actually just play basketball with the team that they have, at most, you should be able to win it in 5. You should. But because of Tyrese Maxey, I'm going to say the Knicks in 6. Yeah. Because I feel like Tyrese Maxey, at least for two of these games, is going to do something. Now, I know Joel Embiid's still on the court also, but the real X factor is Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's having a great postseason so far. If he somehow, if he somehow makes me look wrong by the end of it, by the end of this playoffs as a whole, Tyrese Maxey is very well. People are gonna say Tyrese Maxey is a superstar because the way how he's playing right now, how he played in that series and brought his team back with Joel Embiid, but mainly him, he might be a superstar sooner rather than later. Because I tell you, man, he's shitting. But I'm gonna say the Knicks in 6.
I got the Knicks, like you said, same. Knicks in 6. Ben,
I have the same, literally.
Okay, good.
Yeah. My reasoning is then the 76ers are coming off momentum beating the Celtics.
Celtics, exactly.
Well, I will say I have the Knicks in 5, actually. It was 5, not 6, only because Embiid's a little banged up right now. I don't know how he's going to hold up through the whole series. He's banged up. He's banged up. The Celtics are throwing bodies at him, and he's coming early from an injury that he shouldn't have come early from. Same thing as Tatum. Like, I don't know. I think with the Knicks are fully healthy. They're a fully healthy team. they were fully healthy going into play. I just don't know. I don't know if you can trust VJ Edgecombe to steal 2 games for you. That's kind of what he did against the Celtics. I don't know if he could do that again against New York. I'm not really sure. But as far as the end here, now, please, for everyone watching, if you have Madden 26, please, if you have Madden 26, please, we are doing a Madden giveaway league, and you know what that means. I'm trying to give you some merch. I'm trying to do a giveaway. Maybe give you some money. Do whatever. We haven't figured out the prize yet. But I'm leaning towards giving y'all a varsity jacket. Putting up a varsity jacket up for the Madden 26 giveaway league. Keep you guys involved. I need y'all to get involved, man. We love you guys. And, hey, y'all have been involved, though. In the Discord, everything else. Y'all have really been in that bit. For real. And Nero, Ben, we be playing NHL, FIFA, 2K. You can come run with us. We be playing Madden against each other head-to-head. You know what I'm saying? Come play with us. Come have a good time, bro. We like to get in Discord and have a good time, okay? You know what I'm saying? And hey, yo, that's not the type on no Diddy shit. No Diddy shit. But I will say one thing. We will have new products going up on the website if you guys can. Please go look at our website, BayStateMediaCollective.com. It's very simple. No https / shit. BayStateMediaCollective.com. Type that in your search bar. Go in there. Go on there, and you will see all of us, our pages, everything else. You get scores, updates, team stats, everything. We got it. We are the new. What call us Bay State Media Reference at this point, honestly. Forget hockey reference, basketball. We are Bay State Media Reference at this point. Come join us. Come get in here for analytics, advanced stats, anything you need. Watch our shows. Get some fantasy advice. You want to win in our fantasy leagues? Watch our podcast. Take our advice. We do this together. We are in here. And please, again, if you are in here and watching Madden 26 Giveaway League, please, if you would like to join the Instagram group chat, the public Instagram group chat, all you have to do is just request to get in there. You get automatically accepted. Please don't be weird. Don't do crazy shit. We try and not talk about politics either. Don't talk about politics, but we allow it enough to a certain point, okay? We respect everyone's opinion.
Just don't go overboard with it.
Don't go overboard and start calling people rapists and pedophiles and all this other crazy shit. So make sure you don't start calling people Jewish, and make sure you start actually getting in for sports, because you don't want to be Stephen A. just up there old talking shit for no reason. Yeah. You want to be just like us. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'm here with Mr. Ben Belliel, Director of Hockey, and Mr. Nero.
Yes, sir.
Chief Visionary Officer of Bay State Media, also CEO, founder of What the Hell is Happening Sports. Please, if you guys haven't already, look at the bottom here, at Bay State Media, at Mari Scott, at B.DODXY, at J.Denero, at What the Hell is Happening Sports. Mr. Risto Terzakis, who is on vacation in Pittsburgh right now. Mr. Spoke B Center Prospect Scouting reports that Ben runs with him. Bi-Coastal Baseball broadcast between the four of us, and Baseball Prospect Reports, which is between me and Mr. Spoke B Center Risto Terzakis. Thank you guys for joining, man. I love you guys. We're going to go record this AFC West grades. Peace.
Sir.